Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roll for Damage, where I'm going to take these lovely nerds through my custom homebrewed version of the Rise of Tiamat, which we have dubbed The Scales Above. This campaign is sponsored by HeroForge, who a couple months back released their HeroForge 2.0 color tools. Really awesome. We got a bunch of models, which I'll be using tonight. Look at guys. Look at the little models. Anyways. I'm excited. Our entire team has minis made from them. The tools are really cool. You can just use them on their website to sort of get an idea of what you want your character to look like for free. So you should definitely try it out. Secondly, we also are sponsored by Dungeon Fog, who have an amazing map making program, and you should definitely check it out. Again, they have a free trial, so you can sort of make maps, see what you like to. If you like it before committing, and I recommend you do so. What else have I got to say today? That's right, Twitter. We have a art giveaway on Twitter, so it's getting called out for the winner at the end of next week's episode. So head over there, look for the pin post, and if you want Bree to do some art for you, just read the rules and apply. All right, so guys, let's go through and do some introductions. So starting, who's first on the screen? Hang on. Okay, Sean, say hi.
Hi. Hello, everybody. My name is Sean. I am the I am the DM over at Paradise RPG. I play over there with Shannon in our Monday night actual play stream, Managing Paradise, every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have plenty of other programming that I'll let Shannon talk a little bit about. But I play Auric, the Star Elf Chronomancer, who's a squishy boy and is going to do some experiments at some point tonight. Otherwise, he might die.
Okay. Next up, we have Saros, played by Agent Number 1.
Hello. I'm Agent Number 1. I'm playing Saros tonight, who is our mage-slaying cranky uncle. And I'm part of the Roll for Damage team. I'm part of Wonders and Blunders, the podcast, which Mike is going to talk a little bit about. He's our wonderful DM for that. And I'm also on Twitch over at my own channel, twitch.tv, Agent Number 1. Where you can check me doing regular things, not being such a cranky old grandpa, having a much more relaxed time.
Okay. Next along, we have Nia, played by Whistle.
Hey, my name is Shelby, or Whistle. I'm from the channel Whistle While You Work, and I'll be playing Little Miss Nia, who's not having a very good time right now, as she so often seems to be in this campaign. She's the child mentioned in the title that we have to save. You can find me on YouTube at Whistle While You Work, a channel where I tell story from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun D&D stuff comes to mind. And actually, this week I am doing a charity stream to celebrate hitting 30,000 subscribers, where I'm doing a fundraiser for St. Jude, giving away some artwork, drawing some Critical Role fan art, just having a good, fun old time. So you should come check me out on December 16th at 3 p.m. EST. You can find me on Twitter at WhistleWhiz or on Instagram at Whistle While You Work.
All right. Next up, we have the Chaos Monkey Sips, played by Dingo.
Hi, I'm Dingo from DingoDoodles, and I am on YouTube, and I do a channel called DingoDoodles, which is an animated D&D series where I talk about my campaign that I'm in, which I play Sips, the cranky, chaotic disaster. And you can also find me on my other social medias, Instagram, Tumblr, and Twitter, all with DingoDoodles. So yeah, I'm excited to be here and to fuck shit up. Again.
All right. One down from that is Sloane, played by Shannon.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shannon. I will be playing our lovely party barbarian tonight, who had a little bit of an interesting session last week. So can't wait to see how that all plays out. As Sean said, I am also from Paradise RPG. I play our party rogue over there named Scarlet on Monday nights. We also have the Tim and Shannon Power Hour on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, we have Cardboard Contenders with Clayton. He plays some board games on Tabletop Simulator. Thursdays, we have Relaxing in Paradise with our wonderful DM, Sean. And once a month, we have One Shots in Paradise, where we bring in wonderful members of this wonderful TTRPG community. We are also on a quest for 1K Twitch followers. We are just shy of 900 right now. If that happens, we're going to be doing a pretty awesome giveaway. And myself, who is a hashtag forever player, will DM a game for the Paradise Boys at some point in 2021. So we really want to make that happen because it's going to be absolute chaos. So if you would just want to pop over there to Paradise RPG, we'd love to have you. Throwing it to Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. I play Leaf, who is a cowboy cat. He died. He's back. He has a demon arm. No one's sure why. He's going through a rough go, as I think is a common theme through everybody in all of Nova's campaign since the beginning of time. I'm also the DM for Wonders and Blunders, which is a 5e horror comedy podcast. You should come check us out. We're like 70 something episodes deep now. We're currently in a murder mystery arc called Daggers Out. We just recorded the end of it, so the end of those episodes are going to be coming out soon. It's a fun little 6 or 7 episode arc to come in and get you started on a podcast that you're going to love. So come check that out.
Okay. Before we continue further, I just want to point out below we have our Twitter, Discord, YouTube, all the rest of it. Go check us out. Find out more about us if you feel like it, if you want to. That would be great. We'd love the support. And we'll have to get one of these people to do a recap. So let's pass it to the leader, Leaf, to decide who.
You guys are on your own, sorry.
Sloan, that you had a pretty rough week. It was very Sloan-centric. Do you want to tell us what happened, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm not very good at recaps, but we'll try. We'll try.
You got this, Shannon.
Thanks.
I believe.
Thank you. All right. So last week we had just finished a pretty quick battle, actually, where Nia turned into her dragon self, exploded through the ceiling, and flew off, quickly pursued by yet another dragon and her brother, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff happening in regards to that. So after they left, Sloan decided to just go let out some aggression because Nia's brother, Hexen, had said some really not nice things. Sloan will maintain that they are lies, but as we soon found out, they're not. So she goes outside and takes out some aggression on some very unfortunate trees, while the rest of the party questions, what's his name? Starts with an R. It was the orc. I don't remember the name, but it starts with an R. It's an orc whose name starts with an R. And he's just kind of sitting there like, all right, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just here. I was just hired to do this job. Can I go now? And so he starts walking out, and Sloan, in her rage, side tackles him and then immediately starts beating the crap out of him. And Leaf had tried to tell our orc friends that, she could be taking out this aggression on you, but she's taking it out on the trees instead. And then she wasn't taking it out on the trees. So they proceed to fight. It's very messy. A lot of people get hurt. Well, but the two of them get hurt. Eventually, Leaf steps in and was like, you don't need to do this. It's not you. You're in control. Talking to Sloan. Oh, something. Yeah, that's when her echo came out, right? during that whole fight. Yeah, okay. I couldn't. It's all a blur, guys. It was a lot. So we found out that Sloane has this an echo. When she gets real pissed off, this giant shadowy bear comes out of her and also beats the crap out of things. So at one point, she and her echo were flanking this poor orc dude and just beating the crap out of him. So eventually she stopped, she backed up, and this guy just got up and left. And then the party came out. What did we went back inside, and then we decided to use the divination pools because that was our original purpose when we were there the first time around, and then got, surprise attacked, but as we do. So we used the pools for the first time. We were first trying to figure out where Nia had gone, or we were, right? Was that the first thing that we thought of, or was there something else before that?
Well, half of us thought of one thing, and the other half thought of something
Half
else.
of you guys thought of the dragon. The other half of you guys thought of Nia.
Right. So yeah, we weren't all focusing on the same thing. So when we were in the vision, so to speak, seeing everything that was happening, kept going back and forth between two visions. One of the visions was Tiamat getting, restrained, and the other one was what had happened in Sloane's memory, that she's losing time. She had lost a bunch of time between when she was a raider and when she woke up and met Auric, and it turns out that she was a raider. We knew that, but she attacked Nia's hometown, her home village of Veclarun. And while that was happening, she came across her magical Kopesh, which is pretty cursed. It's cursed AF. As soon as she picked it up, she got this overwhelming, just rage, and just started cutting down anybody that got in her way. And she ended up killing one of Nia's brothers, the good one, as we've been told. And then it was Hexen that tackled her off the cliff. And that's where, and then after she, was tackled off the cliff, she went and woke up on the side of the riverbank, which is where she found Auric a few minutes later. So yeah, that happened. And then we all come out of the vision, and we're exhausted, just absolutely 100% exhausted. I believe at least 3 of us have 4 levels of exhaustion, which is just
400% exhausted.
Fucking fantastic. So we got to deal with that. Yeah. And then I believe this, I'm blanking on how we ended, but I believe Sips had contacted Leap saying that I found her. And that is where we are right now. We're referencing Quinn'Ora.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How'd I do?
I think that's everything. Can anyone else remember anything that they want to add in there?
We did have the other pool juice vision.
Yeah, there is one other
Nia
one.
and Quinn'Ora and Naren Vane and the dragon.
It wasn't about Sloane, so she just forgot.
If she had a rough day.
She had a lot to think about,
Also, we didn't
man.
talk about how her rough day was kind of
Sloan got
Auric's fault.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you did see a vision of Quinn'Ora and Naren Vane and dragon and cultists in front of a temple, and they were like, "Yep, this
Sounds great."
Nia child is going to be useful for later." And they threw her inside and started experimenting on a captured elf, seeing how things go. But yes, that's pretty much it. So, to start us off, you all stand exhausted in the Divining Pools. You never remember feeling quite so tired. even those of you that have escaped death felt more lively upon your reawakening than you do right now. The priest looks at you expectantly, the setting sun leaving his face in shadow and the room sparkling with the precious gems inlaid in this sacred place. Leaf, that voice transmits into your ear. Guys, I think I found her. You recognize the voice as unmistakably Sips. What do you do on hearing this?
I would hold the ring up and be like, oh, geez, where were you 15 minutes ago?
Pretty far out. You sound like shit.
Yeah, things haven't been good since you've been gone. Who did you find?
Quinn'Ora. And I'm pretty up north. And yeah. Where are you guys?
We were at the Divination Pools, and I kind of look around at everyone else who I guess is lying on the ground, and kind of just like wave my hand around and just say, Sips is on the ring.
On the line.
Just what we needed.
And then back into the ring. We also, using the Divination Pools, I think we found the same thing. Although it's good, you probably know which ruined temple they might be inside.
Also, you wouldn't happen to be missing a friend, would you? Yeah,
we're down one.
Yeah, she's here too.
Great. I suppose you're calling. You might appreciate some backup.
Well, there's big fucking dragons here. Yeah, I would very much appreciate some backup, but also because your friend's here. So, and her buddies here. The big guy's here too. You know, there's a lot of shit that happened when I was up here, and I think I would like to just like, I don't know, like, you guys deal with a lot of dragons here. It's a lot of crap.
Only lately.
Oh, just lately. Oh, great. Yeah, no, it's been a lot. There's a lot of, I'm near a camp. I've just been scouting it out and keeping my distance, because as much as I would love to run in there and just fuck shit up, your friend's in there, and I don't exactly want to create a portal and suck her into it too. So.
Well, I appreciate that. You said you're north?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm not very acquainted with this area, but I think it's like northwest, something like that. So, yeah.
And Nova, we knew there were two possible temples, or we had sort of ruled out two temples.
Yeah.
So
You're down to,
is there a northwest one?
There is one to the northwest, yes.
Is it the Tiamat one?
It is the Tiamat one. Who would
Dum,
have
dum, dum.
Dun, dun. Okay. Yeah. Leaf is like, well, I think we might know around where you are. So if you want to, I don't know, rest up, get ready for, everything that's going to be up in there, then we can make our way to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make sure that we have a camp that nobody else will know where the fuck we are. So I'll set that up. But I mean, get some rest, because you sound like crap, and I'm definitely gonna try to avoid some dragons. So I guess I'll see you.
All right, we'll see you soon, Sips. Hang tight.
Click or whatever. He just like turns it off.
Hangs up the ring.
Turn. Yeah. Yeah, you probably hear for a moment. It's like, no, don't look at me like that. Fucking, I'm trying to turn it off.
Yeah, Leaf 2 is shaking it like, oh, there's no button on these things. And then would turn to everyone else and be like, Sips is at the temple or close to it, up to the northwest. It was the temple of Tiamat, go figure.
Go figure. That's, a couple days journey?
Yeah.
3 or 4, I think.
Yes. So from where you guys were originally, and sorry to the stream, lost wireless connection, so the camera's all shifted. It'll be up in just a moment. Yeah, so from where you started, the temple would have been about 2 days travel, maybe 2.5, northwest. So you guys have since then gone north, so you're not too far from it. 1.5 days, 2 at the most, if you sort of head in a westerly direction.
Okay. Just looking at the map and like how close this brings us back to Fort Seifeld.
The priest is kind of standing there. Is there anything else you want to do here at all? You can continue using the pools, or you're going to leave? People usually leave once they're done, and you guys made a mess.
Unfortunately, we're going to be making a bit of a bigger one, I suspect. Saros just kind of like looks around at the damage done to the temple thus far.
He's sort of looks. Why? Why you no? Use the pools, or please stop breaking my things.
I am a little concerned over leaving such an artifact open in a land that is overrun by dragon cultists, burning cultists, and all sorts of other things. You have said yourself that really nothing stops people from using this place.
He sort of just sits there and he nods. Well, yes, it's for everyone. Why would I? And he just trails off.
You
He
are
looks around at you
aware
all.
in most of the world that this kind of magic is off limits. That scrying onto people is not something well looked upon, let alone an unlimited source of scrying magic.
Yeah, yes, but this is also. And he sort of just sits down. This is also a way for people to connect with their past and future. Why would you rob the world of that? He's very, very like he understands what you're saying and it's affecting him. And he's kind of like shutting down a little bit as you're not a big person, but you're very threatening.
I am covered in face boils. Let's never forget that. It may allow people to see great things, but I am not protecting them from that. I am protecting them from what others may use this place for. I suggest you depart from here.
But this is my home. Why are you doing this?
And Saros just kind of like steps aside and like motions to the door.
I suppose it could still be a home after whatever he's going to do to it.
Make an intimidation check, please, Saros.
Ew. Can I? Oh man, this is not going to go well. I have 4 charisma.
You have
Sorry.
a hero coin.
Do you know what we're getting into tonight? There is no way I am using that at this point.
That's not bad.
It's almost a 20.
14 going down to 11.
11.
And he's just a soft, weak-willed little priest. he sort of sits there and looks to the rest of you. What are the rest of you doing right now? Are you all just glaring at him, or are you kind of half dead on the floor?
Auric, go ahead, Leaf.
I would just say Leaf is just getting up and standing next to Saros and just giving him kind of a sorry look.
Yeah, Auric was walking up and standing next to Saros as well, giving him not a sorry look, but a knowing look. Like,
These
Should know this is going to happen.
And
so
they
he's just
did-
sitting on the floor, just looking at the pool.
Yeah, he did just watch you like beat the crap out of an orc, Sloan. So he's sort of like sighs warily, looks around, and grabs his little, like, because all he has is a bag of effectively clothes, bit of food, and a roll-up bed. So he just kind of puts it all into a pack and looks at you, and then goes and moves outside. And he kind of just sits in the street outside, looking in, and he's kind of like just crying a little bit that you've just effectively evicted him from his home. What would you like to do, Saros, now that you've been an absolute monster to this poor little priest?
Auric, I may need your assistance with this. But if we are to be walking in to the problems that we are, this place is laden with spell components that we could use. Frankly, this place is far too dangerous to just be left open to the public. I do not like having to do this to the young man. He has been nothing but kind, but it need be done.
So you mean to extract whatever value we can out of this place? You need what? Water, stone, precious gem?
Gems, most of all, would help.
Well, if it'll help us feel a bit better, I'd be happy to help.
And I walk over to Sloan and kind of stick out an arm. It's time to raid a temple, Sloan.
What do you need?
Anything that's not bolted down.
Okay. She's very tired.
Okay. So, just so I understand this correctly, you're going to just take everything that's not bolted down, which it's a stone temple. There's not a whole lot of things in it. I mostly imagine you're taking any gold off the walls and gems out the walls and
Gems primarily, yeah.
Cool. Anyone bottling the water?
Auric will bottle some water.
I'll eye that, but I'm not gonna say anything.
I was gonna say if you, Saros, was like, no one should use this magic, gets bottle of water. Just save it for later, it'll be fine.
He's doing me a
For
solid
drink.
helping me on this temple right now. I'm gonna let him have a keepsake.
Is there anything else you want to do before you start just ripping this place apart?
I think Leaf is actually going to try to, out of Saros's view, bottle some water as well.
Okay. So
I have a passive 20 perception, so
yeah, mate, do it.
this is Leaf actually, who has like a 20 to sleight of hand.
Yeah, stealth or sleight of hand.
Do stealth because I'm going to use sleight of hand to take these gems out the walls, to not break them.
Yeah, when Auric took the bottle of water, it was absolutely not trying to hide it.
Just like sloshed into the
27.
middle of the pool.
Yeah.
Got some. I got some, guys, and then walked back out.
For later.
27. Yeah, you see nothing. Sorry, Saros.
Oh, it's all good.
All right. So if you got some water, Saros, you want to do some sleight of hands to I imagine you'll be sleight of handing this to get some gems out the wall.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going to do some force hammering on this building, but I'm going to wait until we're ready to escape it and we've got what we need. So
I'm going to be
can do
helping him
some
with that.
sleight of hand. I can't argue for any of these other things. No, definitely not. All right. 14.
Sloan, did you say you're helping with the sleight of hand or the destroying?
Yes.
Roll me the sleight of hand then. Anyone that wants to sleight of hand, do it. I'll give you all 2 chances to gain a gem or 2. Jeez, you have +5. That's not bad. Of course, Leaf is sitting there with his.
I've got my
33.
cat claw out, and it just like perfectly like goes in behind the gem, and he just pops it out.
It's like all the cartoons where like cut their way into a like a glass pane, and pop it out. You just walk up to the wall like.
He finds 5 that are just like perfect finger width apart, and just like sticks his claw in and comes out with 5, just like.
All right, so
I just realized as well, we're all exhausted, so we should all have disadvantage on these.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, so roll a disadvantage because Sloan more or less just shattered a gem, and she's like, "Stupid wall."
Why did you remind him,
Control?
Kieran?
So only
Fuck.
a 24.
Gotta be fair. Is this it? Yeah, 8.
So we have a 7, a 24, an 8, and an 8. So Leaf, you managed to get 2 out. Everyone else breaks a gem. Like sort of like half is still in the wall, there's flakes of it on the floor. You kind of use too much force and just crack along the plane. These are not like the best quality diamonds in the world. They're just meant to make the place look pretty.
Shattering diamonds with our bare hands. Oof.
I don't think you're using
Bare
bare hands. I
hands.
think you. I think you're. Stop. I think you're using weapons to like pry them out, and you're
No,
scoring them.
I'm
and
definitely
cracking
using
them.
my bare hands.
For the
And you
record,
use
greater
pieces.
restoration needs diamond dust, correct? Not diamonds.
Correct.
Whistle, you're not there.
Correct.
None of that.
This is not wrong. I'm collecting the dust regardless.
I'm
Like,
trying to make sure
full
these
diamond
fuckers
is 3
don't
diamond
die.
dusts.
You can sit over there and mute, please. Just no more of that.
Great save.
Right. So, yeah, sure. You sit there and you hoover up all the dust. Make another check, everyone. Let's see how many actual diamonds you get and how much is dust.
Oh, Dusty boy.
Oh, Saros, you destroy a lot of diamonds.
I think
Alright.
probably the wall starts coming in on me.
You're just like, oh, I need dust. And I mean, there's dust, but there's also stone and other things everywhere as well. As you've knocked a fairly decent chunk of the wall clean out. Surprisingly, Auric, you managed to get one out just fine. Sloan, nope. You saw what Saros did, and since he was the one asking for diamonds, you thought, well, sure, I can do that, and you smashed your Kopesh into the wall. You missed the diamond completely. It's just a chunk of the wall's gone. And Leaf, you also managed to get one out. So far you have 4 complete, and you probably have 100 gold worth of dust lying around.
All
You
right,
have to sieve out the stone dust.
4 diamonds and 100 G of dust. Ugh. Yuck.
If you like, I'm not going to give you much more chances to do stuff here, but if you want to start just smashing the temple apart and then praying that some of the dust will be useful, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm using that
Alright.
thing where I do force damage, so I'm just like blasting the walls apart.
All right. Anyone that's going to just go nuts on some temple walls for the hell of it, can I get you to roll just 2 attack rolls? Remember that you have all your levels of exhaustion. If you've got ways to give yourself advantage, go nuts if you wish to do it.
We get
Sloan cares not for the wall. I don't think a rapier is going to... Okay, maybe with a 20.
I mean, yeah, I
You
can't
can
imagine
roll-
what I'm doing.
Did
I
you
feel
have
like
to
it's
roll
like
at disadvantage with
I
exhaustion?
do have to roll at disadvantage. Yeah.
I'll use a few gravity sinkholes.
Yeah. that's
However
what
many I can do.
Excuse me?
it's safe to say that this temple is coming down one way or another.
Can I look? I'm just looking at all the rolls here. But keep, sure, gravity sinkhole, do it. Tell me the damage.
Sure. Ref D Sinkhole, 4th level. Cast.
What can I actually do against
20
the wall?
Is that 24 points of damage?
Force damage, yeah.
Kopesh says no to wall. That hammer did fucking a lot.
I can't do all that damage with the hammer at all. All that has to be against a creature, so I just have to attack it normally.
It's fine. I don't think it makes any sense to be like, I could make a person explode, but not a wall. My magic just doesn't like it. So you can hit the wall with you. It would be absolutely stupid. So your violence only triggers on people, apparently. So go nuts. Hit the wall with your thing. As you're also sitting there, smacking at one section of wall, you just hear a familiar sort of set of syllables from Auric. And there's this horrible sucking noise. And then the other side of the temple just sort of crushes in on itself. And all the roof is collapsing. I need you guys to get the fuck out and make some dexterity saves. Because you guys were just like, oh, we're just going to start breaking walls. And someone decided to throw down a massive spell.
It's the only way I can break walls.
I love every time Auric's just like, I'm helping, and just things happen.
Oh, didn't matter.
Okay, so Sloane's probably hurt.
Are these at
Saros is
disadvantage?
fine.
It depends on your exhaustion.
Yeah, I'm.
Well, yeah, what level exhaustion?
No,
yeah.
they are. I'm gonna die.
Oh,
Soon out of the
Okay.
gate.
You haven't even got to the
Yeah.
BBEG. This is just the temple boss. Right. So
An inanimate object.
Saros, you pass,
Gravity.
taking no damage. Leaf, you pass, taking no damage. Surprisingly, the two thieves are nimble. Let me just roll a little bit of masonry damage to Sloane and Auric. How much health you guys at, by the way?
96.
121.
I burned like
Oh, you're
so many heal
fine.
spells. Yeah.
I just didn't take any damage the last game. Gonna take a lot tonight, though. I can
36 points of damage each as chunks of masonry start falling from the roof and impacting you. But the priest is now, like, as you guys all run out the temple, he's just standing mouth agape, watching what you've done to his home. Do you stop? Do you just keep running? Are you like kids, ring a doorbell and just run away sort of thing?
I'm actually going to stop and give him a bag of gold to the tune of 100 gold pieces. I know it doesn't make up for it, but this isn't about you. It's about the temple.
He just sort of sits there, looks at you, and then nods once and takes the bag, just holds it close to his chest as he's like just looking into the ruins of his home.
Leaf is going to walk up next to Saros and sort of pat this guy on the shoulder and be like, hey, you ever heard of the term of a blank slate?
Yeah.
You can think of this as an exciting opportunity to start your life off fresh. I'm sure you saw some interesting things in those pools over the, most interesting thing you saw. You can set out. Finally, you're free of the burden of your temple.
I feel like this is a thing you said to others.
Yeah, we've seen a few.
How
Anyway,
many times have you given this speech?
Well, to give you some concrete advice, my friend, you seem to have been one with many experiences with the divining. I recommend you go to Duskfall, use that money, and enroll in school.
And when you mention Dustfall, Leaf gets this faraway look, and he's like, "Oh God, Bob! I just remembered Bob again. Now I'm sad."
Who's Bob? What is going on? And
Better yourself with education.
He just steps inside the ruins of his home and starts picking through the rubble and just starts ignoring you guys. All right, you guys have some traveling to do.
I feel so bad for this poor guy.
This is your life. All of you just go from place to place and fuck people's lives up.
Okay, I just have one question. I'm sorry, but one question. With these divine pools, you can see what? Your past and the present and the future?
And the future.
Yeah. Effectively, it's just
Fucker should have seen this coming.
He doesn't wake up every morning and be like,
he's really
"What's
bad
happening?"
at his job. He's bad at his job if he didn't see this coming. Come on.
He doesn't wake up every morning and be like, what does my day have in store for me? And get in the
To be
pool.
fair, apparently you
Splash.
need 4 people to use
You
the
need 4
pools, like
people to
with
use the
him.
pools.
So
Yeah, he can't just do it by
I
himself.
mean, I just hire 3 interns and be like, I just would know what I would be doing all the time because I have a divine pool in front of me. Of course I'm gonna use it. I'm just saying, this guy.
I feel like he was just kind of an intern himself, and there was that was hired by no one.
This guy came in as the last, like, the 4 people that used to run this place were getting really old and passed away. And he's like, cool, I got your book, I got the pool, I know how it works, but he's not exactly a master diviner himself.
Well, I
should've
should have
warned
hired
him.
3 more people, clearly.
And they should have warned him. They should have been like, there's gonna be these guys showing up.
At some
Eventually,
point.
They
this
definitely
place is
should
gonna
have seen
fall
the end.
apart.
Oh,
Much better about
we are
this decision
prophecy
now.
material for
the
sure.
future is ever shifting.
Yeah, apparently.
All right.
Anyway, sorry.
It is.
So, are you guys going to now head off to meet Sips, or are you going to find a place nearby and rest? What's your plan?
What time
It's
of
going
day
to take
is
her
it?
a couple days to get to her.
It is probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, we should probably find a place to rest.
Imagine if there was a complete temple nearby that you could rest in.
It's fine. What's going to harm us out here? Spiders with knives?
We have their
We have
god.
the Spider King.
Okay, so where are you going? Are you just going to stay in the ruins, or are you going to find a new place?
I think we can take on the road for a little bit.
Okay.
Close a bit of the gap before we rest, maybe. I don't want to speak for the whole party, but that's my suggestion.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So you guys go travel for a couple hours. It is slow going. You are utterly exhausted.
Oh yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of noise in the trees. It's kind of similar to how it was before in the, beautiful canopy, great colored leaves. Everything's very pretty out here. But there's no bugs, no birds, no animals. It's very quiet. Can I get a perception check to whoever you think is energetic enough to be like, yeah, I'll look around and see what's up?
That's me. I think I'm lowest level of exhaustion at 2.
Let's see what you get.
30-20.
20, that's not bad. Right, so you kind of spend a bit of time to really sort of peer into the trees. There's no sounds. There is the occasional raven, and it's just sitting stock still, and their heads are just always looking like one direction. They never move, they don't blink. They're just sitting there staring. As far as you can tell, they're not really looking at the road. And every now and again, you do see this little shadow flit between the trees, which they're quite a distance out, but you're pretty sure they have more than 2 legs.
You mentioned the ravens were being used as spies. Divination tools, familiars of some kind. I say to the caravan at large.
Oh, I forgot Neo isn't here to tell you. Yeah. Yes. When we went and spoke to the warden, there was a raven that he talked to and followed us out, presumably what they were using to scry on us. And if I recall correctly, they were filling the trees when we met that dragon last. They may be narrow veins.
Well, we have one that is keeping us company. along with some of your loyal subjects, it looks like.
And it's that moment Auric remembers that he has a jar of ooze. Oh, I'd forgotten about them.
Saros gives you this look like, how did you forget about becoming the king of the horrible spider monsters in this terrible spider forest?
What are you doing, Sip? So you're just going to wait by the camp, sort of like out of sight, or are you going to sort of make your way east to meet up with them?
I mean, he'll pull back a bit. Yeah, for sure. Like, he doesn't want to be close to it. He'll probably go back where he came. Probably try to meet up with them as it goes. But he doesn't want to get too far. He's like, if anything, he wants to be able to have like a 15-minute walk to the camp. You know what I mean? He's trying to make parameters.
Okay. 15-minute walk through thick forest. You're probably like half a click out. Not very far at all. Just in case. I mean, you're a monkey. I don't know. Maybe you can move faster through the forest.
Well, he's got a great climb. I mean, that's 3.5, but like he had great climb. You go up on the trees and just wait it out.
Yeah. Okay. I'd say you're maybe a kilometer or two out. You're just kind of like sitting either on the ground or a tree, wherever you wish to be. It's all fine. About 4 or 5 hours after you contact this group of people, you hear the sounds of massive wings pass overhead and veer south.
Can I see them? Can I see what?
Make a perception check at disadvantage because of the thick canopy.
Sure.
Give you 3 guesses what it is, though.
Okay, so disadvantage. So, am I doing this right? Wait, it's rolling. Maybe. Is
That's
it?
right. That's a 1. So you don't see a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't see
Just
shit.
Wings and shadow that just seems to engulf like a large section of the forest around you before moving on.
I think he like tenses up and all his fur just goes like fuff, and you're like, eh. He's like, God, I hate fucking dragons. Okay. Just gonna wait this out a bit. You want to play cards? He turns
Alright.
to sneeze. Without the magical card
you wanna
deck,
play-
not that one. No. Not that one. We've talked about this.
When you're like, when you're like, you want to play cards, he's already like reaching for his cards, and then you say not the magical ones, and he's like just ears prick up. He's like, sure.
No.
All right.
Sorry.
So the rest of you, you're
Saros.
gonna make camp.
Yeah,
I think Auric's asking for you, Saros.
Oh, I was
Yes.
okay.
Is that right?
Yes, yeah. Should we be allowing this raven to follow us?
I mean, right now we have I want to say we have the element of surprise, but something tells me if we take care of one raven, 2 will take its place.
Only one way to find out, and I'm going to shoot it.
See, I was showing growth there by asking Saros first before blasting.
So, just to clarify something, there's no raven following you. It's there's just every now and again you'll see one standing in the tree, just looking in a direction. So you sort of pointed out a raven, and Leaf's just been like just drawn and fired. Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
cat. It's a bird.
Okay. Cool.
We don't have his
just
bell
need
on,
to
like-
make sure. Can you make an attack roll, and do you need disadvantage due to your exhaustion?
Yeah. Can I use my new fancy aim feature to make it a regular roll?
You can.
It's a 15.
Right. Well, and 10 damage. There's dead raven now.
Auric will
There's
hop
no
off
sound.
the cart.
Just, and then that's it. That's the only noises. Impact and splat as it hits ground.
All right. Auric will get off the cart and retrieve the raven and bring it back.
Okay.
At least we won't go hungry.
You walk over, pick up the raven, bring it back, and you now have a bloody raven in your hands.
I hand Leaf back his bolt,
Thank you.
and I look to Saros and just say, in case they're watching us, if this isn't their raven, or if it was, well, we just shot a raven. We'll cook it tonight, and someone will eat it. And I look over at Leaf.
And he, tips his hat down and is like half asleep again by the time you've said that.
Okay. Gets to about 8 o'clock at night. You guys are very, very tired. You gonna make camp? Sun is
Yeah.
well and truly down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need watches.
I'll take first.
Okay.
I'll take the last
As-
4 hours.
Yep. Who's taking middle then?
I can. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I can.
And
I
Sloan
can
doesn't
darn
care.
well
Sloan is
try.
just sleeping the whole way through.
I guess
I mean,
I can
it-
also cast a restoration spell on someone going to sleep here. I do have like one spell slot left.
Go nuts.
What does everyone's exhaustion actually look like? Like I'm at level 2, 4 on Sloan, 4 and 4. Oh my god, you guys are useless. What am I doing here?
When everyone starts to bed down, Auric will pull Gladstone from his pocket dimension, look at him and just say, well, you've lasted quite a while, old chap. We don't use you for this much, but keep an eye out.
Sort of
Let
like
him
you feel
know.
like tense, and then he sort of like seems to relax. There's like half little smile. He nods and takes off and starts looping around through the sky.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on Leaf using that 100 GP of Diamond Dust.
And I'll say that you all get a level of exhaustion off for the night. But I'll still need perception checks from, like, I'll just do this all at once to make it easy. From everyone, please. Everyone's going to be, on watch. Pretty good, Saros.
I'm good. I got good eyes. It's one of the few things I've got going for me. Horrible,
Julian
ugly
and
face,
Auric
but
as well.
nice eyes.
Do you want me to do
You
Gladstone?
can do Gladsons if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where's his sheet? There it is.
Better than yours, I imagine.
Well, he doesn't have disadvantage, so that's one good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So- That's fine. So what watch was you taking, Leaf? Second?
Second, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So Saros, you wake up Leaf. Tell him to get on watch. And he gets up. You get on watch by yourself. And then Gladstone doesn't see anything. But you all kind of just wake up as the sun comes up. Leaf, having fallen asleep on watch, I think you're too exhausted, and your perception check is low enough for me to be like, yeah, you're like, this is boring, and straight, just asleep. There is, right next to where Auric is sleeping, a small webbed raven. Just, you can see the beak sticking out of the webbing. That was given to you overnight.
Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, no. I don't like that they've seen me sleep now.
I mean, you do just kind of do that weird thing where you sit there and gloss over.
That's true.
All right. Next day comes past. You're traveling. You'll be able to probably make it to Sips by sundown. Nothing's going on here. There's the occasional raven not paying attention. Did you just shoot at the raven? What is these dice?
Oh,
Hit
these
die.
are my hit dice. Sorry.
Mine are hit.
Just-
Yeah,
Okay,
hit
yeah.
dice.
Yeah, cool. Feel free to roll your hit die.
Oh, yeah.
But yes,
Oh, yeah.
you... And also, you have some 5th level spell slots if you want to try to get rid of some of that, some exhaustion. I'm sure you could burn all your spell slots.
I mean, how much of these diamonds can I dust up? How much? What is the value of these diamonds? Are these all 500 gold diamonds?
They are not 500 gold diamonds.
Are any of them 500 gold diamonds?
There is one 500 gold diamond.
Oh Christ! Okay, well we keep that one.
There's a
Is
500,
there? Okay.
2 300s, and a 200.
500, 2 300, 2 300. Okay, and 200. Let's crush up 1 300, 1 200, and yeah, we'll cast a bunch of spells. I guess I'll heal up the party. Technically, yeah, we don't even really need to be burning hit dice if we don't want. I can just cure you over and over again.
I already burnt them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'll still take whatever you got.
I can take 3. I can only afford 3 greater restorations based on my spell slots, so one of you get one each.
Yay!
So actually, so we have that and that. We'll keep the 200 diamond then.
In the early morning, Auric, I know there was something you wanted to do today, so I'd say while these guys are all, getting the good touch from Saros, if you want to do anything, now is the time.
Yeah, certainly. Is it okay if I ask Sloan to come with me?
It is
It's still
perfectly
going to
fine.
be quick. Yeah. So Sloan, sometime after Saros has restored some of your exhaustion, you're not as tired. Auric would come up to you, kind of has a jar of ooze on one hand and his spell book in the other hand, and he just looks at you, Sloan, and just says, "Sloan, I know it has been a rough, long time for you. Would you mind accompanying me a few dozen meters into the forest?"
Of course.
And I'll bring Sloan out with me. When we get a distance away, but not too far away, where we're too deep in danger, or it doesn't really say anything to you, Sloan, as he's moving through. But he'll reach a point where it's opened up, and he'll lay his book down, and you'll see the orb come off of it and scatter open, where there's little shards of metal dancing around a singular point that looks like a black hole in the center. And in between those shattered points all throughout, you can see just these moving lines throughout that just sort of blend all around, almost like little squares, like little stars moving as if they're moving across a Pac-Man board. And then he'll place the jar of ooze out. He'll summon Gladstone in front of it. And before he does anything, at this point, he will look over to you and just say, "I just wanted a moment alone to ask how you're doing."
Oh,
You said I should slow down and think more.
yes, I did say that. I don't know.
We all saw the visions as you did. It must be a lot.
It's not something I wanted to remember.
Yes. A lot of things we don't want to remember. I've lived a long time, Sloane, and made many bad choices. And he'll just sort of float the orb closer to her and then stand up before, doing his magic and step up to her and say, do you see the lines between the metal dancing?
Yeah. Yes.
And he'll get caught for a moment staring at the black hole in the center. Way too
Auric?
long. These are weaves of time. We can't change the past. As far as I have learned in my research, it is not possible. Conservation of energy, or you can't be in more than one place that way. But the future you can control. No magic unnecessary, as much as I like it. But with your choices, we can choose to be better.
I think I understand. Thank you.
Right. And then
I
he'll
wish you
immediately turn
didn't.
away.
And as he's turning away, she'll just say under her breath, I wish you did not see that.
Well, we did. And as I said to Nia, it is best not to think of the past or the infinity of potentiality. Leave that to me. I have asked you here to... I didn't want to do this alone. I'm going to open this jar of ooze given to me by apparently my servants of the 8-legged variety, in case it attacks me.
I won't let it hurt you.
And I'll, I guess, could I just do a quick, Arcana check or something on the ooze once more time, just to try to understand it before I open it?
You got Detect Magic?
I can ritual cast it.
Yep, go nuts.
All right, then I will...
We'll just, after a few minutes, that goes off, and once again, it's just horrendously powerful transmutation magic, which seems to be somewhat contained inside the jar.
Auric will look at Sloane for a moment.
What are you doing?
No. No.
No, what?
I know what you're thinking. I don't know if anyone else knows what you're thinking.
No.
What are you talking about?
You watch Auric for a solid 60 seconds just whispering no to himself. As if he's telling himself not to do something.
And for that solid 60 seconds, every time you say no. What? No, what?
How much of this ooze is there?
It's I don't know the conversion to crazy American. 6 liters.
6 liters, okay.
Are you going to drink it?
No.
Do it.
It's like a full-on tub, right? It's like a big old
influence.
It's a pretty large.
Like a moonshine jug.
Do it, coward. No.
It's like a big wine jug. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're size-wise what you're referencing. All right, I will slowly open it.
Okay.
It
smells awful.
Are you sure you should be opening it?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I'll go and like sit opposite him so he's not by himself with the ooze.
Again, smells awful, and as the smell like moves up, it like burns, and you can feel your whole face start to tingle.
Gladstone, old boy, you've had a good week, a good day.
As much as an owl can make that expression, that's what's happening.
I think you know what I'd like you to do.
Looks at the jar, looks back to you, shakes its head.
You understood our accord when we made it that many years ago.
Slumps, moves forward, and he, like, in an almost creepy sort of way, holds up a wing, and it sort of like turns the feathers into fingers, and he's like, points to his mouth or to his other wing. What do you want to touch it?
Let's start with the wing. Best to be cautious.
And he like dips just the tip end of his wing, and all the feather, sort of the, I don't know the name parts of the feather are, all like the feathery bit just sort of gone into this, just like that sort of strand right down the middle, and he just like looks at it, and then back to you, and then like it's sort of like the feathery, the middle strand of it sort of seems to get like a small fuzz of fur around it.
Curious.
You see that audibly swallows.
Don't make him drink it. Don't make him drink it.
Gladstone. Yes.
You don't have to do it.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He moves up, and there's a little like clicking noise as his owl head like hits the edge of the jar, but his beak just dips in. The moment the thick, brackish elixir touches your familiar, it begins to screech the most ungodly sound.
Oh,
Just
why did
pain
you? Why?
filling the air. It opens its wings up as its like body starts to convulse, and all the feathers are falling off its body at an alarming rate. The skin from the wing starts just like drooping down and connecting all the way down its side, all the way down to its feet. The bones from the wing seem to grow out and poke through the skin, becoming these sharp, serrated, hooked, sort of like claws. The lower portion of its beak cracks down the middle and splits open, and that multiplies down as it slits down its throat, across its chest, down its gullet. It becomes this massive mouth which is like clacking and clicking before slowly all its innards just slide out, and it just looks to you in horror, a single word erupting from its now huge mouth as a garbled question. Master.
Oh. Do something. Do something.
Let it continue.
It sits there and starts thrashing around wildly and tries to fly into the air. Its whole body sort of like opening and closing around this mouth, and it gets about 40, 50 feet into the air, where it just dives straight into a tree. You hear a sickening crack as its body breaks on the wood, as it's just gone, this is too much.
What did you do that for? That was awful.
Disappointing.
Disappointing? You killed the owl for no reason. Oh. You should treat your animals better.
He's not an animal.
Looked like an animal.
A lot of things look like animals. Sorry, Sloan, that you had to see that. It is all for knowledge. It is all to help us. I'll very quickly close up the ooze.
Yeah, and Gladson's body just sort of like bubbling away into nothing on the floor. That's the familiars. What would be the word, like decorporealizing?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Sounds close enough. Words, right? So what are you guys doing then? Are you getting up and moving on, or are you just making notes in your journal, Auric? Sloan,
Yeah.
I think, is horrified. From Mike's face, he's
It's-
horrified.
He would make notes, and
Sloan
for a
will-
moment, yeah, go ahead, Sloan.
No. You finish.
He'll make notes, and his head will pop up at a certain point and look to Sloan, seeing that she's, I'm assuming, still in horror.
Oh, she's over just poking at the remains.
He's returned where he's from. He'll be back.
But why did it have to be so cruel?
An exchange was made. He knows
What did he get out of it?
something on the other side.
You promise?
Of course. Shall we return? So remember, Sloan,
Okay, so,
choices. It's all about choices.
They return without Gladstone to the cut where I guess you guys are all packed up and ready to go and everyone's healed up. And you move on out. Day's travel is uneventful until it's getting, like, the sun is almost setting. Have you cast any more restoration spells?
I cast 3 at the beginning of the day. And then I just typed out in our internal chat, I cast a Beacon of Healing and then a bunch of heal spells on Sloan and myself to just get us back up. So everyone's at full health.
You're at 1 level of restoration, level of exhaustion, and then the others are at 2 each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
Because they got 1 off the night's sleep, and then you cast. I thought 1 on each of them.
Yeah.
You got 1 for night's sleep, so it's 2, 2, 1, and 1. So you can upcast it if you wish. And
No, I don't have the slots. That's the problem.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a fifth level, so I only have 3 slots I can use.
All right. So, sun's about set. Can I get perception checks from anyone that's sort of driving the cart at this point, or sitting up front looking out? Yep, just you.
Oh wait, ability check. So
You can sleep during the day if you want to get rid of another level of exhaustion. Let you just sleep the whole day away in the back.
and
Really?
anytime I can be asleep, I'm going to try to be asleep.
Yes, same.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's just Saros driving it. Everyone else is asleep, just completely wrecked.
Fine.
So
That
you can only
explains the
knock one more
13.
level
I've
except
got to
for
keep my
Saros.
eyes on the road, so.
Alright, Sips, you see these guys just trundling down the road from your vantage point in the forest. In their car, 3 of them asleep in the back, and Saros driving.
Oh, gray mule just ain't what she used to be.
He'll climb down. And like, did they already go by, or do I see them off in
No,
the
no,
distance?
you're seeing them come from about 200-300 meters away. 600
Okay,
feet.
I come to the road, and I go near the side. I'm not gonna be in the middle of the road, but I'm pretty sure he sticks out like a sore thumb. So he's not trying
Yes.
to hide.
So big yellow monkey, middle of the road.
Well, side of the road, just so it'll get hit.
Yeah.
Side of the road.
Uh,
Yeah, fair enough.
Take it this means we're coming up close then. How goes it, Sips?
I mean, it's as good as it's gonna get. How are you guys? And he kind of like looks over, sees everybody fucking exhausted.
It has been a long couple of days.
I can see that. It's definitely been a long couple of days here too. Saw a dragon leave, or I heard it. I think.
Leave.
I don't know.
Leave or arrive?
Do I remember? It was leaving, right?
South.
It was heading south. That's what it was. Yeah. Something heading south. It sounded like big old bad wings.
Yeah.
So
That lines up what we know on the next attack. But that's good. I mean, it's the attack isn't good, but it's good that the dragon won't be there while we make our way into their encampment.
yeah, I mean, avoiding a dragon in general would be great. Just in general. God, you guys deal with a lot of fucking dragons, huh? God.
Unfortunately so, it would seem.
I only had to deal with the one, and that was
The rest-
enough.
The rest of you start waking up, pretty much catching the. You guys deal with a lot of dragons from that point onwards.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I have kind of an out area that we can stay at. Nobody
Oh,
is. Yeah, I haven't really seen anybody else doing rounds or anything, so I've been observing them for a couple days. And look, I'm reckless. I know that, but all that crap, I'm not reckless enough to go throw away my life. So I'll fill you in.
It would be wise if we could make some preparations before the battle, perhaps attack at first light.
Yeah, sure. As long as you guys are ready for it.
And I look back at the three of them, just like, meh, meh.
Yeah. I'm feeling spry now, and claps Saros on the back. Let's see what you got set up. 5-star accommodations, I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah, the best.
All right, so as you guys all sit there, waking up, about to get ready for a planning strategy meeting on how you're going to do this, we'll take a very short break. I know the starters has been slow. We have to get everything into position. It's really hard when two people are not with the party. But we'll see you all soon, and hopefully these guys will survive what's to come. Say bye, everyone. See you in the 5.
Bye, guys.
We shall see. It's not canon for Sips if he dies, okay?
Hi guys, welcome back to Roll for Damage. Tonight's episode of The Scales Above. We are halfway through. If you're newly joining us, we have Sips on the cast of our regulars. He's just caught up with them, and they're about to have a bit of a strategy meeting on how best to tackle the myriad of enemies arrayed against them. So, guys, I believe the last thing that was said, last thing that happened was everyone was like waking up, and it was tell us what you've seen. You're about to get down to business.
Yeah, I kind of showed them my camp. You guys stay there. All right. So I'm not much of a tactical person, usually. Don't usually think things through. I just usually go. And I usually have backup. I'm a caster. I'm in the back. But, okay, so what I've seen so far from here is that Quinn'Ora's got herself stationed in this kind of temple. I don't know what kind of temple it is, but it doesn't look great. And that big guy's there. The one that Nia was upset about. He's there.
Eiren.
The guard. Yeah, that was it. Eiren. Yeah. I thought he looked like an Andy. Anyway, so
I could see it.
yeah. Okay. Also, I saw that. So Nia came in, and she was carried by a big green dragon. I don't know what that was about. And then turns out she's experimenting on people and turning them into anthropomorphs, furries, that kind of thing. She took in some elves or whatever. And during that time, there was these elves came and attacked there was like an explosion. It was like they set off like a flare or something. And then a big dragon came. Another fucking dragon came. And this one had a dude on it. And it was carrying a lot of bodies. And I was like, I'm not gonna deal with that.
Sounds like some kind of reinforcement signal that perhaps we could use that to bait them into a trap. We deal with the sentries, clear out the place. We could prepare for Nir and Vayne and the dragon to return.
It was not the attacking group that set off the flare. It was the defending group.
I think it was the attacking one, right? No, it was the defending. Okay, defending group. So,
well,
yeah.
We're going to have to hit them pretty fast then, make sure they can't get that off in the way that they want to.
Agreed.
Where were they keeping Nia?
I didn't really see it. I just saw him take her in. I didn't go in, so I don't know. But, I mean, it doesn't look good. Oh, yeah, and also, she's got, like, these... It's like a jar. This jar with, like, black smoke in it. And looks like she's using it as some kind of, like, battery or something for some shit. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. She always has weird shit in jars. And I never really can really keep track of it all. But, look, that's about as much as I got from my few days here. So I've mostly just been watching patrols and people coming in and out. But, the big fucking dragon showing up, that was the highlights. So, yeah.
And did the dragon only show up when they shot off that flare? Was it just checking back in periodically or anything?
I think it was right at the flare. It pretty much came in and decimated, I guess. And
that answers my next question.
Yeah, it was holding a lot of dead corpses in its claws, so it was not friendly.
We'll need to break Nia out and ensure that flare cannot be set off. Everything else, I think we could probably deal with some ease. We've beaten this Quinn'Ora before.
Yeah, but now she has, like, furries with her. And, like...
Her experiments.
Yeah, okay. She was rough when we fought her before. And I'm talking about, like, you guys fought her before, and she was rough, and she just had hands. But this is different. She was fighting some elves or whatever, and I think she took some in and probably turned them into something fucked up. So, as much as I'd love to go in there and rip off her face or something, I can't. Because God knows she'll use people against you. And if your friend's in there, she will use that.
Well, I think the key here is that she can't see us coming until it's too late for her. You said you saw patrols?
I mean, I saw people coming in and out quite a bit, and she has that big fucking guard guy. Andy,
Eric.
or Eric, or Eiren. There we go. There it is. Yeah, that one. And, he's not super squishy.
Saros, last time we fought, you did something to Andy, Eiren.
That one.
It seemed to affect him affect the control?
I simply tried to remove the magics that were controlling him, though it sounded like it was perhaps more the armor than it was him.
Shame. If we can make him an ally in this fight, that would be useful. But that is quite the armor to remove.
Maybe you knocked the head off or something. Not his head off, but the armor head. Who knows?
Say a quick release mechanism of some sort?
Maybe.
Well, if there's a way that we don't have to fight him, and a way that his massive weapon could sink into Quinn'Ora, all the better.
Is there a way that we could not fight at all?
Okay, well, first of all, I'd love to avoid all of her experiments and stuff. But Quinn'Ora has to be killed. Because if she stays here, if she stays anywhere, she will always cause more harm than good. She has to be taken out. There's no getting around it.
And we have a
Clearly in
chance.
league with this cultist.
We have a chance here to lure Nirenvain and this dragon into a trap. We would be fools not to take such an opportunity.
Are we certain we can handle all of that?
Well, one at a time.
If we have
What do you mean
choice.
luring a dragon into a trap? What do you mean?
Well, if the flare signals for the dragon to come, if we've cleared out the rest of the camp, prepare our trap, signal the flare.
Okay, that's a
We
great.
have the upper hand in such a situation,
I
though
don't
it
think
is
we would.
A
risky.
short upper hand.
I think we wouldn't, because after the fight in Quinn'Ora, I don't think we're gonna have much left.
Well, one step at a time, certainly.
I tend to agree with Sips here. This may be an either-or situation, with a heavy either.
Number one, we're getting Nia out of there. If Quinn'Ora is the one standing in the way when we get in there and that's what's happening, then she goes down first. I'd love to get a hold of that flare, though, because then we get to choose our time.
Well, we'll need a bit more reconnaissance, I think, of the inside of this place. And Auric will immediately sit down and open up his book, drop a plop of feathers down with some other ingredients, and begin summoning Gladstone 77.
I will
The bird. Oh,
accompany it with my own eyes.
We all know how this bit goes. As he starts summoning Gladstone 77. The feathers sprout flesh and start joining together. Bone structure popping and cracking into place underneath it as it sort of slowly molds into the shape of an owl. Before it's sort of standing there, it's beak open, panting, and it looks up at you very angrily this time after what it's gone through today.
No experiments today, chap. Just scouting. Maybe a dragon, but not for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Must be
cast
great at
Arcane
parties.
Eye as well.
So you guys are a couple kilometers away from the temple. Do you want Gladys to just do a fly around?
Yeah, generally, however close he can get and maintain
Okay.
some level of stealth, I guess, too, since there's not a lot of animals around here.
Yeah, do a perception check. I don't think stealth is going to work for when you're flying above a place.
I don't think so either. Where's Gladstone? There it is. Perception.
Is anyone else sneaking closer, or are we just sending Gladstone in?
I'm casting Arcane Eye.
Okay.
So get that little invisible sensor that I can move in.
Cool.
For an hour.
Sure. So you cast it and you start moving it. You can cast it anywhere within X feet of you.
Yeah. 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I can move it 30 feet around.
And how long does it last?
1 hour.
Okay, yeah, you can move it far enough. All right, so off it goes as Gladys sort of flies around and sees there's no one outside the temple. Temple's a hard spot. No one outside it. Front door looks like it's standing empty at the moment. It's closed. Make a perception check for me. And I'll also get you the Arcane Eye to do the same thing. People that are scouting, perception checks, please. Did the actual 5 begin?
No, that was the first one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm still exhausted, so.
Okay, 16. So, as you're flying over, you see this blue plumage in the trees. And as Gladys looks down, there is a half person, half bird, a bird person, sitting in a tree, and it's just looking around, watching the area. There's a single sentry outside.
That's pretty much the only sign of anything, really. Everything else seems empty.
Everything seems like it. They've kind of gone to effort to make this place look abandoned.
Okay, and in the general like courtyard around, there's just, as far as that 16 I guess can get, they made it look as if no one's staying there, and it's just no tracks or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
there's no traces of anything. The earth looks untouched around it. There's leaves about. It looks like everything is abandoned. There's about a 60 by 80 foot clearing at the front of the doors.
And what's the general shape of this temple? Is there just one entrance in?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because it's like there's a bit carved into the mountain, and that's where you can see the roof that goes into that part, but the rest you'd imagine is kind of under or inside the mountain.
And there's nothing that looks like any kind of like flare contraption catapult.
Not that you can see, no.
I'm gonna keep moving the eye in. I'm gonna look. I'm looking primarily for that flare, and then for Nia.
Can you move the eye through solid objects?
It can go through, I believe, like keyholes. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter.
Yeah, sure. I'll say you can pass through the gate, the temple's big old keyhole.
Gladstone will just keep an eye out on the exterior. Maybe even move a little bit further out and into the treetops outside of the camp.
What's Gladstone's just stealth bonus?
Stealth bonus, sure. +3.
Okay, let me just see if it is detected. Where is... It is not detected.
Okay.
The creature rolled a 1, so, good job, it. It's too busy preening its feathers, apparently. Right, so you move in. There is this sort of long hall that goes, there's one level that goes up a set of stairs to another level, and the arcane eye has sort of gone and looked thing under the door, so you're very low to the ground. You can't really see the upper level, but you kind of get the impression that there's some fires flickering, and that there's someone sitting in a throne right at the back of this place. There's also a door from the front door about 40 feet in on your left.
No sign of Nia or any kind of flare contraption, though.
Not there, no.
I think I would peek the eye up to just try and see if I can get a sight on who's in the throne.
there is... This thing is invisible, right?
Yeah.
Cool. There is Nerenvain on the throne. And he has a large blue draconic quadruped next to him that he's sort of talking to fondly, almost like it's a dog.
I think the moment I confirm seeing him, I just like the eye just goes like, and starts sneaking back out. Sneaking.
Okay. So you move back out. So you just leave the temple. You don't go to any of the other entrances.
I guess that door on the left, I would probably check that. That seems like the only other entrance into here.
Yep. Okay. So as you approach, all right, choose keyhole or under the door.
Let's go under the door. That seems safer.
Okay. So as you're going under the door, you sort of, as you line up, you see that there is a raised area. There are two, they almost look like leaves, feet. They're feline bipedal creature in there. But as you go to cross the threshold, there's a flare of energy, and the arcane eye is dismissed.
Yeah, I think Saros kind of like comes to in a jolt and is like, I may have tripped something.
Like tripped a trap or...
Possibly. My connection to my eye is gone. I couldn't see Nia in there, but I did see some of these amphomorphic creatures, as well as our man Nerenvain with a little pet.
Who's that?
He's the one who's been riding around on the dragon.
That fucker. Okay.
Fortunately, no sign of your quarry, Sips. But there were other rooms I could not get to.
She'll be in there. She's like spiders. You can't get them out. They just get in the corner and get a broom and they still stick. So, yeah. Okay. So there's a big guy in there that we got to worry about. And then plus... we got her experiments, and then plus we have your friend who, like last time I remember talking to her, she tried to eat my face as a dragon. So there's a lot of risks in this temple. So
I couldn't see anything that linked to the flare either. It is possible that it is magic in nature.
Well, I mean... Did I catch how they cast it?
No, you kind of just sort of like shot out from somewhere. You were kind of focusing on the combat over this way, and then flare went up. So
yeah, so that could easily have just been, cantrip light stuff. It's like, but I bet I could, describe it. Maybe you could cast it.
I think I'd be more concerned about being able to spot it when it's about to happen. We got, Saros, you're pretty good at shutting down that magic. So I think the biggest thing is if we get in there and someone tries to do it, we're going to have to stop that in its tracks.
Yeah. There was only one sentry in the courtyard. They made quick work of whatever camp they may have had there to make it look empty. Seems to be a lot of missing furries.
There were more inside behind this locked door, but this is where my vision ended.
Well, Gladstone is still there. You can keep an eye out.
Okay. So I guess the question is, what's the best time to do this?
I would think first light. If they are relying on a flare to get the dragon's attention, it is possible that it might not see it in the light of day.
Just so you know, though, as soon as they went and put off that flare, 5 minutes.
I don't know if this... Whatever you may have triggered, Saros, they likely know we've been spying on them, and from what you've described and what we saw, they seem to be waiting for exactly us.
They were
Or-
certainly relaxed.
Or
Single sentry.
you went in there with your magical eye and you went through a barrier of anti-magic, dispelling magic.
It
Those
could have
zones
been-
do exist.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It could have
I think the
triggered
other
a
thing-
dangerous physical trap that may have just damaged the eye. There are many things it could have been. We don't know that they necessarily can tie that back to us, but
That room...
I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Sips is right. If it's an anti-magic field, that room could be where they're keeping Nia. If you recall, in the manor, she was kept in an anti-magic prison. If they're trying
would
not
make sense.
to keep her from dragoning out, causing damage to their plans, keep her subdued.
I mean, Quinn'Ora does need to use magic in order to do her fucked up shit. But if they're just keeping her there, then yeah, makes sense. That's my theory.
I don't like walking in there. Even sneaking in there.
It's not great.
I mean, I don't think we have many options outside of the front door, it wouldn't seem. Not unless someone wants to take a scout overnight while we rest.
I was thinking about doing just that.
I can help you. I don't need as much rest as the rest of you. Of course, I won't go. Gladstone will.
Great. There are certain things that I feel a little bit more comfortable alone.
Yeah, and
Well, fair enough.
An eye in the sky, I won't say no to. I just, I'd feel just terrible if I got one of you caught and messed all this up.
Well,
I think
can
I
keep
might
Gladstone.
have a unique advantage in this scenario with my fuzziness.
That's true.
that's true. You'll get by. But you have
Well-
to look the look. Talk the talk.
Yeah, well, I'd like to get close to hear the talk get talked, if you know what I mean. I'm pretty good at blending in when I need to.
Well, why don't we switch coats for that? They know she knows what you look like. She knows your hat, she knows your long coat.
I don't think she ever got an eye on me.
Oh, that's right. You did disappear.
She's a bitch like that, though. She might. Like, who knows?
Well,
like, she could have
she
seen
does-
through the Eiren guy. She has a tendency to be able to channel her magic into everything.
Regardless, my color scheme matches the cultist a bit better.
That's true. I think you saw this sentry. Were they wearing anything cultish or more just fuzzy?
Were they more feathery, Nova, or were they wearing
They were
culty
more
clothes?
just fuzzy. This one was more or less just naked and tree.
And anything
Okay.
inside?
Inside, you didn't really see a whole lot.
Just like feet.
Yeah, inside that room, just feet.
Well, the sentry I saw was bird-like and no clothes as far as I could see, just anthropomorphic naked birdman in the tree.
What I was
That
afraid
tracks.
of. But well, someone else can carry my hat in for when the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you going to go for a scout now, Leaf?
When people are gonna go to sleep, yeah, I'm gonna go off and scout. So I'll just kind of go behind a tree, and a bunch of clothes will just get thrown off onto branches and stuff around. And he'll sort of step back out with just like a branch strategically placed. And just
You
be
could
like,
probably wear pants. You could probably wear pants.
He said nude.
I know, but like Alchemist Quarry, like she has anthropomorphic creatures all the time, and they have pants.
They have pants sometimes. Well, I mean, someone should have mentioned that.
They're
before
normally
now.
dressed up like normal people, but like you probably could wear pants.
I mean,
I
see
think
now
I think
I'm liking
everybody
the
would
freedom
benefit
too.
from pants. I don't. I don't like the freedom.
Yeah, I guess he'll just put like he'll be like, all right, well I'll keep him with me. You don't have to look much longer.
I thought he was lying about the tattoo.
Okay, so are you going to head off naked, put on clothes, change into the cloak of Auric? What's the plan there?
I'm gonna go nude. I'm going to just keep like my satchel with me, just in my hands of my salves and potions and whatnot, my components.
Do you have your weapon?
Yes, I'm going to bring a. Yeah, I will bring. I'll bring a hand crossbow. I guess if I'm allowed to wear pants, I'll put some pants back on, and I'll bring my my sword and my crossbow.
Okay. So shirtless, you walk away, wearing pants, sword, crossbow, satchel. You start walking away. You get to the clearing. Sun is well and truly down at this point. Look around. There's nothing. You can make a perception check if you wish to try to find the bird.
Okay.
I would like to keep Gladstone out there with him.
Are you sneaking it, or are you just walking in?
I'm gonna sneak.
Pantsless?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's a 13.
Let me see if this thing hides from you well enough. Yes. You can't see anything. It's just there somewhere. Walk across the clearing. Nothing untoward happens. Get to the
Well,
door.
I would
open
like
it.
to do pass without a trace if possible, and try to stealth my way over there.
Okay, so now you're at 23. And no, that was a perception check. What do you? Yeah, roll yourself to stealth. Roll yourself to stealth.
Stealth. So 23.
23.
Wow, you nailed it.
Yeah. Move in. Open the door. Just slowly it creaks a little bit. You pop your head in. Narenvain still sitting there. You're at a higher point now, so you can see him up there, and it's a blue draconic creature, like sitting by his side. Some door opens up from his left, your right, up on that second platform, and Eiren steps out and stands just to the side of the door, perfectly still. The room is about... give me a moment. It's about 80 by 80 feet on the bottom level, same at the top.
And he came out of a door up on the platform?
Yeah.
Or does it sound like the door that
No, up on the platform, not the one
Okay.
that you think needs it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and it doesn't look like they see me right now.
No, it doesn't.
I'm going to try to get to that door that Saros was talking about.
Do you walk normally or still going to sneak around a bit? I need to know if the stealth check is a nonchalantly just walking to the door, or if you're like getting real low to the ground to try to stay out of sight.
I think kind of walking in, I'm gonna trust that the fuzziness is gonna carry me. So I think it's just gonna be like I'm supposed to be going there, just trying to fit in.
All right. So you walk in, get to the door. You see that it has a symbol on it of 2 dragons, like entwined around a rune in the middle. Open the door. As you put your head in, there's a leonine person. Sort of like turns to look at you. Hi. And on the table next to him is Nia, unconscious.
And it's just him in here?
Yeah, he's like, where's your shirt?
Got torn up in the fight.
There was a fight.
Yeah, some few folks got a little too close on the trail, just keeping safe, you know.
Right. Have you told the mistress you're back?
No, that's what I came in here to do.
You know this isn't where she is. She's in her chambers with the rest.
Oh, I thought she might be looking over this one.
No, I think she's done with this one. And he just kind of smiles a little bit.
Looking at Nia, does it look like she has done stuff?
Firstly, roll a persuasion check just to see if he's really picking up what you're putting down.
Can I do deception?
Sure. You can either one. I'll let you do advantage because cat person in Cat Haven seems about right.
Okay. Ooh.
So yes, you
34.
succeed. It's a 34.
Jeez.
So, as you move up next to Nia, she wakes up, her eyes flicker open, and she looks across to you. Nia,
Yes.
we're gonna go back a little bit.
Cool.
This is what's been playing in your mind every moment you've been asleep for the past like day and a half. Maybe day by now. Keyhole stands to your left, Eiren to your right. Eiren is holding you down. It wouldn't matter if you wanted to move anyway, some spell is holding you in place, and it seems like there are many hands clamped around your wrist, elbow, ankles, knees, 10, 12 maybe, you can't tell, just pushing you down, just in case you try to break out. Hexen moves next to Quinn'Ora. So we have a deal. You keep my sister as a pet and give me my birthright. I walk away from here and track down that group that messed with both of us. We know some names. Leaf, Sloan, Auric. I'll find a way to destroy them for us both. Quinn'Ora smiles and nods and draws a blade from a nearby table and pushes it firmly into your bicep. There's pain, but you can't scream, not in the grip of whatever spell's holding you. You look up at Eiren's helmet, the iron visage just staring impassively back at you. But from the glowing red pits that should be its eyes, a drop of water falls and hits your face. And then another. And then the blade hits bone and you pass out. You wake up next to Leaf and some other cat, but you still can't speak.
Can I make expressions?
Yep.
There is. I feel like when she woke up, she kind of had just like a look of despair, and it lights up when she sees you, Leaf.
And yeah, Leaf is gonna give her like a reassuring wink as he's kind of like turned away from this lion person.
Okay, yeah, good to add that line.
Yeah.
Can I
Just
look
one of
down
those
at my
things where he's
arm?
like he's in the room like surveying it, and he turns and sees Nia just like a quick, and then continues surveying in the other direction.
Can I
Make a
look down
perception
at my
check.
arm?
Not yet.
Damn it. What did she do to me?
Perception. Oh, it's a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Best I've ever rolled.
In the corner of the room is a crossbow attached to the wall, aimed at the table. Drawn
Okay.
and loaded. And as you sort of look around, firstly, there's a sheet covering Nia to like the shoulders at the moment. But yeah, there is a trap in the room, and this Leonid is just looking at you, very confused about what's going on right now. Are you done? No one's meant to be in here but myself guarding this one. There's more to
Yeah,
come
right.
for her.
Yeah. And this crossbow, what is it? What's it like? What's the trigger? Can I see that?
Do an investigation check. And then you're going to make a stealth check at disadvantage, because he'd be like, the fuck are you doing?
Investigation's a 15. Stealth with disadvantage is a 24.
Oh, that's right. You have fucking close to that trace. I don't know if that's going to apply here, just thinking about
Right.
it, because it's not like you're, like, sure, you can pass with that trace, but he's looking at you. This is more a, you know...
He's hidden in plain sight.
No, he's fucking not.
I'm not
All
that
right,
high
let
level a
me-
ranger yet.
Let me just do this. Does he have perception? Let's do this one. Is that a 2? Did I roll a 2? I did.
Oof.
Yes. So, you can see that there's a pressure plate underneath the table. If Nia stands up, trap triggers.
Okay. I literally never thought I was going to use this, but I am a mastermind rogue. I'm pretty sure by looking at this guy for long enough. Wait, now, do I have this yet? Maybe I don't. No, okay. It must be my next level one.
I got
yeah.
excited.
I just want to, I do kind of want to do this though. I just want to like size him up. Just like how tough does this guy look?
Does your ranger class have anything?
I've got the thing that gives me like his weaknesses.
No, he's a regular boy. His weaknesses are being stabbed.
Yeah.
So, okay. You can... Just make an intelligence roll. And to everyone watching, I'm sorry if my mic's getting crackly. I'm being told it's bad. There's just nothing I can do about it.
Just straight intelligence is a 19.
It's actually pretty good. Let me get your sheet up 1 second. You are Leaf. Soaring on the wind. Alright. He is stronger than you, not as fast. Probably tougher than you. Definitely tougher than you. He's from a bigger cat. That's what you can get from him right now.
Okay.
He hasn't got any weapons. He's just got real sharp claws.
Leaf is just kind of like standing by the table, and he's like, I think maybe I'm done. Are you sure she's secure? Oh, I think you might be muted.
You are dead. We cannot hear you.
Tech goblins.
Tech goblin.
They're the worst.
Oh boy. Oh, I think Leaf is gonna make a really
Nope,
bad
still
decision
gone.
here.
Give me a second.
I mean, I feel like we knew that the moment Leaf decided he was going to go scout out this place. He was eventually going to make a bad
Gonna
decision.
go
We just had
all
to
bad.
determine when that bad decision was going to be.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. 3 mic resets later, and it works. Cool. What was your plan, Leaf? I wasn't paying attention as my tech decided to crumble around me once again.
I was just saying, I just like kind of looking around the table that she is at, just saying like, are you sure she's secure?
Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, oh, you didn't get that. Yeah, the big one tied her up himself. Well, tied her up. The magic's tied to him. Very, very clever.
The magic is tied to him.
I don't understand all of it, but something about effectively his weight is keeping her down. There's rooms around the edges of the table.
Huh. Can I like flick the sheet up and look at these runes?
You can. You flick the sheet back, and Nia is lying there. The sleeve torn away on her offhand, and the arm missing from mid bicep down.
That's 2.
Shit.
She also seems to have bandages around her chest, and there's 2 incisions that have been made from shoulder across her collarbones. Almost like she was, you know what a wine incisions for?
Autopsy incisions. No. Fuck. Oh, that's fucked up.
Okay, plans?
Yeah, and I'll just say like, just so there's like there's no way that she can get up. Can I like try and move her?
If you try and move the table, firstly, the cat, the Leonid sort of steps aside out of the crossbow, like just to make sure he's completely out. But no, the table is too heavy. Like between the table and her, you think you should be able to move this table a little bit, doesn't budge.
All right. And then kind of like looking at Nia.
No, she hasn't taken her eyes off you.
He's just, yeah. He's going to just kind of move to the side a little bit, and he's just going to say, so you can't pick her up if we had to move her real quick?
No, that's what the big guy's for. We'd have to get rid of the magic anyway.
That's a mistress duty, is it?
You're being very... I imagine so. I don't know how it works. You're being very nosy here. You should probably leave before I go get her myself.
All right. Well, I'll be back with more orders, I suppose. And I'm saying that like to Nia. And then I'm going to leave the room.
Okay. Nia, how do you feel as he just leaves the room with you alone?
Has she... do I know my arm is missing?
Yeah. You can feel it. You can probably move your head enough just to look down and see that it's gone.
I think she's feeling a mix of things. I think she's hopeful. Probably the first time she's felt hopeful in the last day or so. But I think she's also really scared.
All right. So, Leaf, you get back to the camp. What do you say to everyone?
They got her. She's okay for the most part, alive. They cut into her pretty good. It's just one guy guarding her. No real defense magically to stop us from just sneaking on in there. He's putting his clothes back on as he says this. There's some sort of runes on the table holding her down, something connected to Auric or whatever's weight. So it's going to be, I'd say, Saros, that might be your job, is to break those runes.
Or I could break
Give it
him.
a shot.
It seems as though they're expecting us. They want us to come in.
I don't know if they are. I think maybe they're just busy. I don't know with what. Nia was my biggest concern, but
She's making something. Keynora's whole shtick is that she wants to control powerful creatures. That's what she's all about. Control.
If they're not expecting us, then should we go tonight?
I would be in a weakened state, but if we think it best.
Or perhaps wait till right before
I
dawn.
say I say we go now. Mostly because we know where she is now.
Just so you guys are aware, some of you still have one level of exhaustion. I think you're good apart from that one level on most of you. It is about... sun's gone down, probably about 8 o'clock at night, because you would have gone there not that far away, come back. You could get 8 hours sleep and still attack for Saul if you wanted to do that. You just need one person to stay watch, and Sips has been chilling for a couple of days, and he's probably the most likely and able to do that. So if you guys want to take a rest and get your last level of exhaustion gone, or your spell slots back, all that sort of stuff, that would be the play.
yeah. I think Leaf would say I think we're gonna need everybody up on full strength just in case something that maybe they are more prepared for us than they let on when I went in there. But if we can get in there full tilt, everybody at full grab Nia, and just take care of what needs to be done on the in between of that, I think we're in good shape. It's no fortress. There's no army waiting for us in there.
Yeah, she doesn't need an army.
And that's
the
what
thing.
we
No.
thought the last time.
Yeah, I just mean I walked right in. If they wanted me dead, they could have done it. Maybe they want all of us, but we got to go in.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Let's
all right.
pretend there's an army waiting just out of sight. Everybody rest up. We'll go in ready to take on the world. And we'll have
I'll stay up. I'll stay up because I can't really sleep anyway. So
you can take some of a rest a little bit, because I can join you after my chance. I'll leave Gladstone in the courtyard. Keep an eye out if any army returns.
what about that bird thing? Not your Gladstone, but the creature. You said it was. Did you see it when you were out?
I didn't see
No?
it.
Well, we'll probably have to deal with it.
Perhaps a strange suggestion, Auric, but your subjects tend to do well in the high trees.
I would
You-
notice. I could try to see if they're around. Not
Subjects?
certain how to summon them.
Spiders.
What?
He's a spider king now.
What?
I
I thought you
don't know why
hated
people-
spiders.
I
He does.
still hate spiders, but I
Then why the
understand
It's
them.
so
Fuck are
loud.
you?
I
What?
understand them a little bit better.
If it
Perhaps
buys us an
glass.
extra element of surprise, I mean, perhaps it's worth the opportunity.
All right.
If I can find them.
So, the three of you go to sleep. I guess you go to sleep as well, or then wake up in the small hours.
Yeah, I would do the minimum 4-hour rest to get that last point of exhaustion gone.
Right. Okay. You wake up about midnight, and Sips is sitting there against a tree. I think Sneeze would probably be. Does Sneeze sleep?
Yeah, Sneeze sleeps.
Cool. He's just curled up asleep. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, now's the time before you try whatever you're about to try.
If
Like,
Sloan was
I mean-
awake, she'd be giving you a dirty look.
Sloan sleeping, dirty looks in her
I-
sleep.
Yeah, is it Sloane's dirty sleep? Yeah, it's like, what is with that
Dirty
one? Is she just always mad?
She has a streak of jealousy in her, and what she's
Jealous
good
of
soul.
what?
Friendships. I don't know. How to quite explain it.
Okay.
If you were a spider person, where would you be?
Make a perception check, both of you.
Yeah, probably in the tree behind us.
Whose is the 13? That's oh god, you. All right, Sips will hear it first. There's sort of a chittering hum that forms an almost melancholic song out of the canopy. It's not very loud, but it's there. It's a little familiar to sounds you've heard before. Auric is oblivious as he's just thinking about what spiders could do.
And you said like above the canopy, like
No,
we've
it's
had
it's,
before.
it's just all around you.
Okay.
It's all echoing and overlapping nearby.
You're friends with spiders now, right?
Tentatively.
Well, I can hear them nearby. They must know where you are. Big fans.
Well, I guess that's a good sign. Could be of use.
Yeah. I mean, maybe just leave them a present.
I don't have many gifts.
What would you like to do, Auric?
I will step out into the woods so that I am alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, where the fuck are you going?
That's the last thing. That's all he says to you, Sips. He says, "I don't have many gifts." Stares off, and then just starts walking out into the woods.
All right, I guess we can't buy gifts in the middle fucking forest. God, never mind. Just gonna sit here and get worked up.
All right, what's the plan there, Auric?
The idea really is to go into the woods almost alone, and I want the orb to be out and spiraling around me, open, so that black hole is seen at the center of it. And I just want to kind of look up into the trees, looking for any kind of representative, perhaps one of those Drider-like fellows.
Yeah, some like you'll see that like some spiderling creature is up in the trees, like looking down at you. Closer to an Ettercap than a Drider, but yes.
Yeah. I guess in his best authoritative voice, he'll look up into the trees and just say, hoping one of them understands common. What brings you forth to me?
It's sort of just that quick jerky spider motion as it climbs down the tree, and then it just stops before you and just kneels.
I will take out the raven from earlier, and I will summon a gravity sinkhole and toss it in. And then take the other raven that I collected and just put it in front of this Ettercap.
It sort of
Some
sits there
strange symbolism.
and grabs it and scuttles back to the base of the tree and turns around. So it's like you see it moving as it's webbing it up. And then it turns back around and lays it at your feet.
All right, I'll just take that one. I'll throw it into the gravity sinkhole as well.
He just nods happily. It's waiting for you to say something. Give it an order.
My companions and I have lost something and must retrieve it from the Temple of Tiamat. There is a sentry that blocks our way. It must be taken care of.
Once.
Quietly. Bring it to me to feed the abyss. To feed the maw.
It nods again, scuttles up the tree, and it's gone.
Yes.
I'll slowly walk back to Sips and just sit down next to him.
About half an hour, 45 minutes later, a procession heads towards the camp. About 6 Ettercaps and 2 Driders. And the
What the fuck?
Driders place a wrapped webbed figure. And you can see that they haven't really been careful about putting the body when they wrapped it. Like the wings shattered and broken and folded back around itself. And the neck is clearly broken as they present to you what you asked for.
Auric will have a terrible grin on his face, much like the grin he had on when he watched Gladstone's form being twisted by the experiment. He'll hover around this mess of a corpse. The orb will be fluttering around it, almost as if it's examining it. Purely show on his part. He'll look to the Drider and say, "Good. This will please
They
them
all
all.
kneel to you. And one stands up and says, like, help you where I can. And then backs away.
I'll do another gravity sinkhole to absorb, to keep the show going. Absorb this corpse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look to them.
Gone. Yep.
Just give a half bow, not as full as theirs, as the orb clambers shut with with all the metal pieces coming together, and drop into his hand and put it away, almost as if I hold that maw within me. This pleases me. There'll be much reward for you and your people if this continues.
One of the droids looks back at you, and you can see behind his mask, he's like salivating. He just nods slowly, and then they all just like climb up into the trees. How you doing there, Sips?
I mean, he's staring at
Watching what's in front
this.
of
Yeah, he saw all that, and then he's like, well, looks like a very lucrative business opportunity. Get your bad guy in 30 minutes or less, or your money back.
I was not expecting it to be that quick. There's more every time. What have I got myself into?
I thought you hated spiders.
I
But
do.
you know,
But there's nothing in my life that's been more helpful.
good help is hard to find. Unfortunately, this one has 8 legs and salivates very creepily. You're not bad, Auric. But those guys, sure, they see you as what? You're their leader or something?
At this point, I believe they think I'm a god of some sort.
Well, things I know about stories with God sometimes is that sometimes their people turn against them, so be careful.
Oh, I fully expect them to turn against me. I think my years of being worshipped are numbered for certain.
Oh yeah.
But take
But,
advantage of it while it lasts.
Business opportunities, man. You can make some wicked gold with that. I'm just saying. Yeah.
All right. So the night goes on. Nothing else really happens, and you all wake in the morning. 4 a.m. as you're being woken by the others. I guess you're prepping to head out.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you're already prepped. You're just gonna pretty much pack and go, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Auric will look to Saros. It worked. We do not need to worry about the sentry.
Oh my god, good. I'm glad. Saros seems equally surprised that it actually worked. Before we head out, Saros would like to cast Death Ward on himself. Also, I would like to produce from my robes a handful of potions that I've been hoarding since the pre-campaign. Leaf, this may be of some use if you need to get in a little bit more unseen. It's a bit empty, but this is the potion of invisibility we gathered from the Magister's house. The half-drunk, half-spilled potion of greater invisibility, which I think just meant it was a potion of regular invisibility, is what we had said. And then to Sloan, I'm going to pass another potion as well. I know that you are a hardy type when angry, but this may help you all the same as well. As I pass her the potion of invulnerability, which gives her resistance for 1 minute.
Oh.
As her skin kind of, the potion's syrupy liquid looks like liquefied iron. And then I'm going to keep this potion of healing for myself.
Great, giving you that
Wait.
in a minute. All right.
Just one last piece of housekeeping, just so you know, Nova. During the whatever was left of the watch there, I used Arcane Recovery to get one of those Gravity Sinkhole spell slots back.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. In the dead of night, / wee hours in the morning, now with no sentry, you guys just walk straight up that temple door. You're all standing around outside it. How you proceeding?
I'll keep Gladstone outside to alert me if anything comes into the courtyard.
Okay. Who's going in first?
Just one thing. I'm gonna leave Sneeze here. I'm not having him
He just looks at you like,
be.
are you fucking kidding me?
I'm like, dude, look. There's history here. I need you to stay at the door.
Well, you could stay
Look,
with the
don't-
horses.
Look, I'm just saying that, like, you have a bad tendency of getting your shit, like, your head cut off and all that stuff. And I'm just... I came in
Points.
all the way here to get
To
you.
an ear.
And I'm not gonna lose you again.
He thinks about it. And he gives you a look. He wants what was promised. And you.
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out the deck. Is that what he wanted? Look, I'm not a
No,
mind
he'll take
reader. Look, I'm not a mind reader. As much as I know Sneeze is still hard to figure out.
He sort of takes the deck, smiles, and just
Right.
sits down outside the thing against the wall.
This is emergencies. You fucking... You keep your hand.
Alright.
You keep your hand. I'm just saying. I'm giving this to you because I am about to enter into a situation where those cards could come out of my pocket, and you know, we're all fucked. You need to hold on to these.
Okay.
Keep them
All
safe.
right. He sits there. He's like, pulls a bit of a fine face and just sits down.
He definitely Sips knows Sneeze, so he definitely is eyeing him up, and he's definitely like,
Sure, it's fine.
yeah. Sneeze like, it's like, no, I'm fucking serious. This shit is deathly dangerous, more dangerous than this shit that I have. So,
All right.
Right, everybody, your daily
Send you a message in
dose
Discord what he
of
wanted.
your daily dose of potential, and 6 lights will shoot out of my orb into each of us to cast Fortune's Favor at 6th level. So you all have essentially a luck point for the next hour.
Oh, we die so many times. Oh, God.
Yes, but focus on the 1 or 2
Hey,
where
all right,
you're
no,
only
that's-
maimed.
Oh, that's a lot of blood. Ugh.
In
Never
Ooh.
pleasant to look at the future.
every single future, the dragon shows up. Regardless of whether you stay, leave, fight, don't, it happens.
Oh, great.
great.
You prepared.
Glad I did that.
So is the plan to just go in and start fighting? What are we doing?
I'm going to cast protection from poison on myself.
Good call. Okay, who's
Yep.
going in the door first?
Mike, you're.
Mike's muted.
I'm also going to cast Longstrider at 2nd level on myself and Sloane. So that's an extra 10 feet of movement.
That's
And I'm just going to say, let me go in. I'm going to get next to Nia again. 1 minute, or if I yell intruders.
So in you go. That's a very fast boy. Narenbane isn't there anymore.
Is anyone?
I mean, in the room, the Leon's still sitting there.
But
there,
is in the room that Narenbane was in? Is anyone in that room?
Eiren is now upstairs, still standing outside a door, but the draconic creature and Narenbane are gone.
Okay. I'm gonna go, but before I go in the door with Nia, I'm gonna use the ring. And just outside, just like whisper into the ring, Narenbane's not in the room. And then I'm gonna go into the room with the Lionid.
What are you doing back? Or at least you're dressed now.
We got to move her.
Why?
Mistress's orders.
So she's giving you the ability to dispel the magic? How are we getting her out of here?
I don't know. She's going to do it. Just come over and help me. You want to risk... you think I'm going to ask her questions? And I'm going to make my way up, like, just past towards Nia. Deception?
Make a deception check. Mm-hmm.
On Leaf.
That's a 27.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he moves over next to you and starts trying to, like, lift you. He's like, it's not... I can't, she's too heavy. What are you doing?
Here, just put both hands right here, and I'm going to, like, position him in the middle, and then I'm going to step on the pressure plate.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's when the weight is removed from the pressure plate.
Oh. I step on the pressure plate and then go, well, fuck. And then I stab him and shoot him in the head.
Whatever works, man.
You're like, well, fuck. And he looks to you and opens his mouth, and you just jam your crossbow in, pull the trigger, roll the dice.
Yeah, so I'm
What?
going to attack. I'm going to attack with my rapier first. And I guess, oh yeah, so I'm I guess just in case it would have crit if I move before someone, I get advantage.
He is completely unaware of this, so you can add your sneak attack.
Okay.
He had no idea this was coming. You just stabbed him. Like, there's never been more sneak than this attack.
Okay,
So
that's an extra 11.
So it's 8, so that's 19 damage so far.
Oh, and it's the my moon blade, so I add the extra d6 on top of that, so that's another 6.
25 damage so far.
And then as a bonus action, as a crossbow expert, I get to shoot with a crossbow after making a melee attack as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm. You've also got extra attack now, right? Or not?
I do have extra attack. Yeah, this is just a bonus action attack.
Okay.
Go
for
come
it.
up, Leaf.
So that is another 15 damage. And
Jesus. Okay.
then I will,
40 points of damage.
ignoring the reload because of crossbow expert, I'm going to shoot him again, and I'm going to use sharpshooter.
I mentioned how much I love Leaf recently.
Oh, so that's a 4. So that one misses.
That's a 4 to hit? Wait, what?
It should be a 9 to hit because of -5 for sharpshooter.
Okay. That's it. You do have hero points and hero coins. If you want to do a reroll, now's your time.
Yeah, sure.
Fortune's favor.
I'll re-roll it
And
with
Fortune's
Fortune's
favor,
favor. So that's a 13.
It's technically this guy is not wearing any armor. He should be at just because the stat block I'm using says he's got armor, but he's not. So that goes down to, what do you say it was 14 or 13?
13.
That's unfortunate. So you fire, the second one just like flies past and sinks into the rug in the corner. And That was your surprise round. He was surprised. Roll initiative.
Okay.
There's no need to go to a battle map for this one because I'm pretty sure if you win this, he dead.
Okay.
So,
I'll just roll
he's
this, and it's
just
plus 10. So that's a 20.
All right, he's only got +4. Let's roll this ability check. That's 17. Okay. Cool. Do all that again and see if he survives.
Okay.
And he still hasn't acted in this turn of combat, so you get advantage again, I believe. Is it on all of your
Okay.
attacks or just the first attack?
I think it's just the first one. So I'll make the first one with the light crossbow. Is it control for advantage on attacks?
Control's disadvantage.
Control or alt?
Control's disadvantage, so it should be alt.
Okay, alt. So that's a 29. Sneak attack. Plus that is another
Yes,
5d6. So that's 18.
Oh, my lord. That's 26. All right. And then you poke him with your rapier.
Poke him with that.
Max
And then
damage
as
again.
Okay,
bonus
so
action,
here's
shoot
what
him with the
happens.
crossbow again. Yeah.
He's trying to lift this thing. You say, "Oh fuck," and he turns to you to ask a question. As you ram the rapier into his back, and as his head arcs back to yell, you've jammed a crossbow into his mouth and fired, and you see it punch out the back of his neck. He coughs once, and you just sling your big crossbow and pump it into his chest. That one misses. He stumbles back. You reload it. This time you hit him. As he hits the ground, you just stab him in the neck with your rapier. Twist it, pull it out. He's very dead. You did 40, 37, so 77 points of damage across that before he acted.
Whoa!
Ooh!
That was awesome.
Rogues.
Ways.
Rogues with surprise round.
Rogues.
Classic rogue ways.
Rogueways.
All right.
Rogues.
So you're now looking down at Nia with all these runic engravings around the around the edge of her body, like just in like paint or chalk on the table.
So first, right into the ring for Sips outside. I got Nia.
All right. I tell the rest. And
And then I'm just
Crack.
going to drag the
Crack.
sword across the runes.
Make a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
This should be easy enough for you.
Hopefully. These are the ones that I tend to roll bad. 19. It was a 4.
That is fucking broken. All right, so just the death, stroke, you wreck it, and you can now move, Nia.
Can I
You
move?
can't speak yet, but you can move.
I hug him just immediately.
And yeah, just holding. I got you. We got you. We're gonna get you out. Slow, nice and slow now.
It's like she's trying to talk, but I'm guessing she can't move her mouth or her voice isn't working. I don't know
The
what.
voice is working just yet.
Okay, so it's like my mouth is moving, but my voice won't work.
Yeah. So, what are you guys doing? You getting her out of here, or are you just gonna wait for the rest? How's this going?
I'm following whatever the fuck Leaf is doing.
Yeah, someone's gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak her out the door.
Yeah.
Neat. Looks back at the crossbow.
As you move her off the table, the crossbow fires.
Yeah.
So let me just. Okay, how about this? Leaf, odds or evens? Which one of you is going to be targeted?
I would love to be targeted. So
Yeah. So, but odds or evens? Choose.
evens. Hey, shoot
All right.
me with a
Cool,
crossbow.
that's going to hit you then.
My favorite victory.
Cool. There's a twang in the bolt that's been sitting there for about fucking 4 days loaded. The tension's all gone bad in the bow, and it just sort of tries to fire, and it just makes a loud sort of twanging noise as the string snaps, but then nothing actually happens. The bolt just falls out the front. I rolled all of them.
Well, that wouldn't have
Cool.
worked anyway, I guess.
So you move towards the door and open it. And on seeing Nia leave the room, Eiren picks up his mace, his giant warhammer, and clangs a half down on the floor, and it echoes out.
Can we hear that?
Believe that's her cue.
You can all hear that.
Yeah.
Keyhole opens the door and looks out as you guys are all heading towards the front. And
We're heading in from the
as
front.
we end this session,
Oh.
you heading in? Okay, you're heading in. I thought the others were heading out towards the door as you guys are heading in. So you're all meeting in this main area, right?
Yeah.
Quinn'Ora sort of yells something into the room she's in. And 4 like small-sized rat furries come scuttling out, running at you. They have like hooked claw gauntlets on their hands. And we'll end the session there with Quinn'Ora, Eiren, and 4 furries all facing you down. So next week, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Brawl.
Fuck shit
I
up.
imagine this very
Get
much
to
being like
combat.
Sloane coming in with like the sword like behind her, behind her head,
Cracking the neck, just like let's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought you guys were going to get to combat a lot faster. But, you did the right thing. You snuck in. Obviously, the right thing always takes way more time, right? Because you're like, this is what we know. This is what we can see. This is what we think might happen. You got your plan down. You went in. I wouldn't say it went off without a hitch, but honestly, just Leaf turning a guy to goo on the ground with 6 attacks in half a second was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And at least you have, enemies in front, door behind. You're not surrounded right now. I think you're in a pretty good spot. You guys enjoy the session?
Yeah, it was great. That was
The
absolutely
silence
great.
was a little bit painful for me for a moment as everyone just like looked at themselves and was like, did we enjoy this? And Nia was like, I was strapped to a table the whole time.
Well, no, it was awesome to kind of get to watch this, just watch everybody make a plan. That was really cool.
It's interesting to actually make
Yeah,
a plan
do.
and execute it kind of successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all I want to do is be like, we were there and I was like, let's just fucking charge in the front door. Like,
right.
All right. So I was ready to do.
You guys usually you make a plan, but you kind of forget half the variables. This time you had like everything you wanted to know. You had. There's only one thing that's not accounted for right now, right? Which is Naren Vein and the dragon.
That's probably fun.
And that's because you weren't looking at the place for a few hours. So it's just go on walkabouts. Anyways, let's do our goodbyes. And then we'll hand this over for a raid. And sorry, Shelby, for not giving you a whole lot to do tonight, but I wasn't sure how long they'd take before they rescued you. I expected it to be at the halfway mark, and they're like, nah, let's stretch
I
this shit
expected
out.
to not do much this session, so I just kind of sat back and watched, and it was quite satisfying.
Okay. So starting with Sean. Tell us about yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Sean. I am the DM over at Paradise RPG for our Monday night show, Advantage in Paradise, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check us out. We've got plenty of other shows throughout the week, including a crafting, cartography, and gaming stream that I do every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a Cardboard Contenders, which is a tabletop simulator stream that happens on Wednesday nights. And of course, the Tim and Shannon Power Hour on Sundays, where Shannon, our lovely Sloane here, talks a little bit about our show. And I play Auric, Spider God, Chronomancer, and Coward. Last plug, I will be DMing a Jasper's Game Day charity stream in January, so keep an eye out on socials for information on that.
Next along, we have Agent Number 1.
Hello, that's me. I'm Agent Number 1. I have been playing Saros, who's been, I don't know, being overly friendly, I think, this day, doing nice things for everybody. I'm going to have to just beat someone up next session, I think. I mean, I'm going to make paste out of Aaron Vane for sure, so I'm really looking forward to that.
There's plenty of people you can beat up.
Places you can find me. You can find me all the time here on Roll for Damage. You can also find me over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/agent number 1. And you can also find me on Wonders and Blunders, the most amazing podcast, where we do all sorts of wacky, crazy stuff. And I'm going to let Mike tell you all about it because he's got a better spiel than I do.
All right. Next one we have Whistle.
See if I can do this better than the intro at the beginning. Okay, hi, my name is Whistle or Shelby. I'm from the channel Whistle While You Work, a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun D&D stuff comes to mind. This week, the 16th of December at 3 p.m. EST, I'm hosting a charity live stream for St. Jude's Children's Hospital to celebrate hitting 30,000 subscribers. I'll be drawing some Critical Role fan art. I'm giving away some artwork and gonna have a grand old time, so you should totally come check me out and just hang out and talk about all things D&D. I'll also probably be discussing what's happened on the show so far, since we'll be coming up to our finale. You can find me on Instagram at Whistle While You Work, or on Twitter at WhistleWhist, spelled WYSTLE.
Okay. All right. Now it's your turn, Dingo.
Hi, I'm Dingo. I'm never really good at these. But yeah, I play Sips, the crazy manic monkey. And you can find me on my YouTube channel, which is DingoDoodles, and any other social media such as Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr, also at DingoDoodles. And I had a lot of fun tonight, like especially watching Auric with his spider god stuff. That was creepy and fun.
Okay. Underneath you is Shannon.
Hi, everybody. I am Shannon. I played Sloan this evening, who chat has dubbed Wrecking Balls, and I love that. So, yes. You can find me over at Paradise RPG as well. That is my nerd home. I am our community manager, as well as Scarlet on Advantage in Paradise, our party rogue. And Sean told you a little bit about all of our programming, and I just want to do a quick plug for, we are trying to get 1,000 followers on Twitch. We are this close. When that happens, we are going to do an awesome giveaway, and I will DM a game for the Paradise Boys at some point in 2021, and I have not DM'd for adults before. I've only DM'd for kids, but how different is this going to be, really? Because they're just going to make chaos out of this whole thing. So if you want to see that happen, yeah, right. It's the same. It is exactly the same. If you want to see that happen, we'd love to have you over in Paradise. And you can find us on all social media at Paradise RPG. That's spelled Paradice. It's a pun. We thought it was funny, and now I can't look at the regular way to spell paradise anymore, because that's how we spell it now.
My phone autocorrects it to that.
Yeah, mine too.
That's
pretty
great. Below Shannon is Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike Fardy. I am the DM over at Wonders and Blunders, the aforementioned podcast that Kieran mentioned there. We are a D&D5e horror comedy podcast. We're currently in a mini arc called Daggers Out. It's a load of fun. Come try and guess who the killer is. You won't. I bet you won't. And I play Leaf, who is a Rudy Tooty, bad guy, shooty, cowboy kitty, who was the most useful maybe he's ever been tonight and will surely die first round tomorrow or next week.
Oh, no, he'll be fine.
Oh, he's gone. He's a goner. He's used up all his lives.
All right. And hi, my name is Nova1. I am the DM for this game and one half of the guys that runs Roll for Damage. We really hope you enjoy tonight. I'm going to do a real quick thing where we usually do our favorite moments a bit more extended, but we're really over time. So I'm just going to point out a couple quick things. Interaction between Auric and Sloan tonight was really, really good. It's always really good to see Saros and Leaf like even when there's small moments, like little romance you guys have, is you're just like, oh, I'll help him first. I'll do that thing for him. Like it's always him first. Really nice. It's also good to see Sips not in a moment of look at the crazy, just like yeah, we're just chatting. Like you just got to chill for once and not have the world explode around you and accidental thrust. So you know,
He needs that. He needs that.
I really feel like he does. Nia, I'd like to give you more good moments, but you were kind of just like asleep on a table.
I hugged Leaf. That's my good moment.
I feel like you're a hugger anyway.
Let me have this, goddammit.
Okay, you hug Leaf so good. But yes.
It's the one good thing that's happened to me in like the last day and a half. Let me have that.
Best unconscious prisoner I've ever seen.
But yeah, we hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see any of the past episodes, they're all on YouTube. Go check them out. Some of the old ones has help Dingo in it as well. As my brain was just like. There's old videos. Go check them out. I'm gonna stop now. Veg saved me.
Wait, we have a give contest giveaway on the Twitter. You go check out the Twitter. You like the artwork we got here? It's so good. Isn't Brepai amazing? It's like the most amazing artwork. You could have artwork of your D&D character. Go on down to www.twitter.com/what's our channel? Roll for damage. And I don't know what the rules are. Probably retweet something, maybe like something, and you could win an artwork yourself.
That's amazing. That's the best plug ever. Probably gonna enter. No joke. Like no joke. I'm gonna enter. I love the fucking art. So good.
It's so good.
I really want to get a gothy one done.